Dear students, let us continue your English prose and poetry class of Standard 6, English Fairy Accords in Language and Literature, and we just began the chapter 1, The Selfish Giant, and author is Oscar Fingal. I have explained to you the two paragraphs, and we get into another two short paragraphs. That is here. Up to here I had completed. Now I begin from here up to here. I will read for you. I cannot understand why the spring is so late in coming, said the selfish giant as he sat at the window and looked out at his cold white garden. I hope there will be a change in the weather, but the spring never came, nor the summer. The autumn gave golden fruits to every garden, but the giant's garden she gave none. He is too selfish, she said. So it was always winter there, and the north wind and the hail and the frost and the snow danced about through the trees. One morning the giant was lying awake in bed when he heard some lovely music. It was really only a little linnet singing outside his window, but it was so long since he had heard a bird sing in his garden that it seemed to him to be the most beautiful music in the world. I believe spring has come at last, said the giant, and he jumped out of bed and looked out. Just to remind you how we come to these two paragraphs, first we have to see the spring came and outside lot of blossoming was there, but the winter continued in the garden of giant, and it was really a horrible scene to see because hailstone, snow, frost, everything covered the entire garden, and there was nothing to be happy about. And the giant was so worried because the winter was not going away from his garden. That is why he says, spring is so late in coming, said the selfish giant. Because he was worried, he did not know why the spring was not coming to his garden, only the winter remained throughout his garden. And the garden was covered with white snow, and the entire garden looked so dull. And the north wind continued to blow. It continued to blow. It blew and blew and blew, made the things worse and worse. So one day it happened that a small bird, linnet, which is very small, it is given in your book, a small brown bird that makes a pleasant sound. Sometimes we can hear a small bird making beautiful noise, beautiful sound. So here, one day as this giant was awake in his bed, he could hear a beautiful sound from a small bird singing, and this was a very, very soothing music for him because he had never heard before such a beautiful music. So what did giant do? He jumped out of the bed and he looked outside. So read these lessons, this paragraph, and also continue to read the lessons so that you get the continuity of the lesson. In the last class, perhaps I had not given you the question. So in the first the paragraph which I taught in the last class, from there I am going to give you a question. I am going to give you questions. There are 3 questions. First one, please write down. What happened in the garden of giant when the season changed outside? What happened in the garden of giant when the season changed outside? That is the first question. And the second question is, who invited north wind? Who invited north wind? Question 3, what did hail do? It is given what hail did. Hail came every day for 3 hours. That is already explained to you. You just go through the book and you will be able to answer the question. What did hail do? Please do all these questions. Write down the answers in your copy and show me when you come to the class or when you come to the school after the reopening. And read again and again. Try to find out the meaning, and the more you read, the better you understand. So I wish you all the best. Continue to read. Thank you and have a nice day.